batsman's had to go, but that was almost an absolute disaster. Boone was getting around under it. Dyer started, stopped, and then he really made for it. Boone, I suppose if you had a slimmer and slighter figure than Boone there, there would have been real problems.
This is how it all happened. Disaster for Phil Horn, but almost disaster for David Boone and Greg Dyer. So at the moment, New Zealand lose their first wicket, score 73.
Oh, well done. Bowling behind him, well, not exactly behind his pads, but had him coming across too far. Well bowled. Last couple of overs have been excellent from Peter Sleep. Broken through now, and John Wright just before lunch has gone, and that is a blow for New Zealand.
Still 3 slips in the gully for McDermott, bowling to Martin Crowe. That's beautifully glided down through the gap between 3rd slip in the gully and just into the boundary. That's a good shot. Ball wasn't all that short. Jones has hit it right off the middle of the bat. Very good shot.
Well, it certainly cured that square cut because it's raced away. It's a mature shot. Waited for it and it's whacked it through the vacant gully position. Just the 2 slips for all the way. And Dean Jones continues. Well, that's not a good ball, but it's a great shot. Found the gap. There's 4 men on the offside, and he split the position just backward of point, but races away for 4. And that's good running. The last ball keeps the strike. Intelligent cricket. Brings up his 50. 2 for 1 for 8. Nicely placed. They look to run 4 here. It's a long throw. Jones is in trouble. He's gone. A bit mixed up. He's gone for sure. Oh, silly cricket. Jones was asleep. There was always 4 in that. And Andrew Jones not running hard. Got caught out. The throw was good. Relay throw in. The bars were off. And Jones has run out. Very foolish running, but a great breakthrough by the Australians.
What a mess up. An absolute mess up. A very good relayed throw from Peter Sleep. The ball was then got back in a flash to Dean Jones, who took them off. And Peter Sleep realises he's played on this ground a lot before, realises he's got to get a flat hard throw in there to the cut-off man, and out by a good metre almost. An absolute tragedy. So New Zealand now 3 for 158.
He's hit that one away down towards the boundary. McDermott won't cut it off. It's gone into the fence. Dodder made to take up the attack now. Oh, well caught. Beautifully caught by Alan Border. That's his 100th catch in Test match cricket. It was a good one too. That one went quite quickly off the outside edge. It went to Border's left, quite a long way to his left. And he latched onto it, no trouble at all. And what a big wicket that was. Martin Crowe out, caught by Border.
Well, Alan Border would have caught catches like this 1,000 times at practice before, off the face of the bat. Almost slips catching practice there as he laid open the blade. It run straight down. It was a bit of a climb for Border on his left, but a safe pair of hands. So Martin Crowe, disappointing for the New Zealanders, out for 79. They're now 4 for 178.
Deepak Patel is the new batsman.
He's lofted that one all right into about the 10th row in the members' stand. And the gentleman in the white cricketing hat wasn't quite able to reach up and catch it. Just went over his head. And that went quickly and low to Alan Border.
That's what the leg spinner's aiming for. He's trying to get the batsman to cut, cramped him for a bit of room. Got a thick edge, Border got it, was low down, couldn't hang on to it. Sharp catch, certainly catchable.
Got him, well caught, he's caught him. David Boone taking a very sharp chance there at mid-wicket. It was actually very well hit, right off the meat of the bat there by Jeff Crow, and unluckily for him, it went straight to Boone, who never made a mistake with that one.
This is Peter Sleep's 5th over since the tea adjournment. And Jeff Crow hitting that one quite nicely, but David Boone pounced on that. Must have seen that very early off the bat. With a very clean and good catch. So Peter Sleep's figures move up to 2 for 74. Jeff Crow goes for 25. New Zealand now 5 for 220.
Hadley in his 73rd Test match, plenty of experience replacing Jeff Crow.
Well, when they're hit like that, they certainly stay hit. That's a massive hit. Deepak Patel hit one a few minutes earlier, but that was a big hit.
Now then, Hadley has the spinner Peter Sleep. He also has 3 men in the outfield. LBW to Sleep's flipper. He's had 3 or 4 goes today trying to get that flipper through. He was perilously close to having Patel LBW with it early on, and on 3 or 4 occasions he's either got it through and hit the pads and not been given the benefit, or he's just failed to hit the pad. Now that, with Hadley coming forward, would have hit the stumps. Must have been no doubt in the umpire's mind. Certainly no doubt in Peter Sleep's, and Hadley LBW for 29. You wouldn't read about it. 2 in 2 balls. Patel looked to me as though he got an under edge there. What really was a long hop from Tony Dodemaide. You can't have a medium pacer bowling a bouncer, but Patel may even have been a fraction quick with the stroke. It's the middle of a very good spell from Dodemaide.
It's his 3rd wicket and 2 very timely wickets. One from Sleep last ball of the last over, and now that one, that's turned the game around after a fine partnership of 52 runs between Deepak Patel and Richard Hadley. Now we see them both back in the dressing room. Patel for 38. New Zealand 7 down now for 272.
Dodemaide has been given the new ball. That's a compliment to this young man. Bracewell on strike. Gone! Yes, he gets his 4th wicket. Well caught by Valletta at second slip. Got Bracewell coming forward, and Dodemaide having a wonderful Test match. 50 runs with the bat and 4 wickets in the second innings. Beautifully bowled, a little bit of movement away, got him forward, and a good sharp catch.
That was a lovely piece of bowling, and certainly he's deserved the reward of the new ball, and it's paid off for him. Good line and an excellent catch there at second slip by Michael Valletta, who I think might have himself a spot there at second slip. He's very good in the slips. New Zealand 8 for 281.
Got him. 5 wickets for Tony Dodemaide. Didn't offer a shot. He yorked him, and what a great debut. What a fine performance. And his 28th over, he crashes through and hits the stumps. Morrison out, bowled without scoring, and Dodemaide gets his 5th wicket.
Terrific reaction there for Tony Dodemaide. Spread his pegs, and that's exactly what he's done. And a pair for Danny Morrison. That was a beautifully pitched Yorker, and really did show up how pointless Danny Morrison's style of batting was out there. So the 9th wicket goes down. New Zealand have 285 on the board.
Well, useful contributions from all of the New Zealand batsmen see them finish the day at 9 for 285 with a handy lead of 245. Tony Dodemaide on debut, 5 for 57 to go with his 50 he scored in Australia's first innings. New Zealand batted on the final morning of the Test match, adding only 1 run to their overnight total. Australia needed 247 to win the Test match. Tony Dodemaide ended up with 6 wickets.
247 off 90 odd overs was not enough in our book. We felt we needed around 275, 280. And particularly also that ability to really use the secondary ball if we needed to. It was all going to be all about a fast start, I guess, in that last innings.
It was basically down to blunt Hadley, see what we do against the other blokes, and try and build up some partnerships, particularly against that newer ball early on, and then just cruise to victory.
Boone gets him away. He's playing his shots this morning. Top edge, flies away. That's the ball he tries to get him to drag it back onto the stumps, but not this morning. Boone playing it beautifully. Through with the shot, and away it went. Danny Morrison take the new ball from the southern end.
Boone is certainly on the attack. That ball didn't bounce too high, but he hit it right in the middle of the bat.
I saw Andrew Jones play a similar type shot off Michael Whitney yesterday, and that was a great shot.
In the air and through the slip cordon there. That was a dropped catch. Bracewell, the man at third slip. Very definitely a shot. Sharp chance. No, it's not. It's Crow there at third slip. He's put it down. He's in the air and he's dropped it. Well, Morrison cannot believe it. He really has bowled well in the spell. Up go his hands through his hair. And that is a frustrated fast bowler for you.
Look at this. No chance for the keeper. It's got to be first slip, but they wouldn't come much more regulation than that one. That is doubt. Can't believe it. Danny Morrison. Well, New Zealand don't have any chance at all. They've got to grab the catches. Martin Crowe at third slip dropped one just a little while back. Down that one goes. Well, what a disappointing start.
A couple of catches have gone down already.
Danny Morrison continues from the members' end.
It's nicely played. He won't get that one. It's running down towards the long off boundary. Right, it's decided that he won't make it, and it's gone into the fence for four.
Hadley to continue. Gone! Last day breakthrough, and it's Hadley. This time the catch is taken. They worked around and marched it off stump. He's never looked comfortable this summer to Hadley in that region, not playing with the full face of the bat. It flies to second slip, and at last New Zealand breakthrough as Bracewell takes the catch.
Third time lucky for the New Zealanders. Tried third slip. He didn't catch it. First slip didn't catch it. And Bracewell in the field for his catching, obviously, not for his bowling at this stage. Takes a very good catch at second slip. Jeff Marsh out for 23. Australia lose their first wicket, total being 45.
Dean Jones strikes the wicket at 8 minutes to the luncheon break to face his bogey man, Richard Hadley. Picked him up for 2, 0 and 4 in the first innings of this series. And Jones would be very nervous.
That's a great delivery.
Certainly no love lost between Dean Jones and Richard Hadley.
Beats the third slip fieldsman. Martin Crowe is the man in that position. And boundary for Dean Jones. Ewan Chatfield has 2 slips in a gully. Shouts for catch and LBW. I'm not sure which one has been granted. But Ewan Chatfield has got his first wicket in the series. Dean Jones has been given out by umpire French. I would hazard a guess that it was for the catch. Now, it has been registered on the scoreboard as caught. Nicely placed. It'll reach the boundary. Nice little counter-attack here from Alan Border.
Boone just short of a half century. Border beginning to settle in. Oh, he's pulled that one away. He really is looking confident. That'll bring up his half century. It's rolling down towards the mid-wicket boundary, and this is a very confident David Boone. He may well have been dropped, but the truth of the matter is he's come out here, played positive cricket, and that was an example of it. That 4 taking him to 50, and what a useful 50 for Australia. He's cut that one. There's no one at third man. This will go down to the boundary as well. So that's Boone's 7th boundary. In the air, he's gone. He's hit it straight down extra cover's throat. Well, what a wicket that is for the New Zealanders. They were getting desperate out there. Boone was right on top. He momentarily lost concentration there. Having hit 2 magnificent boundaries, he then went for the drive. He was there just a little bit too late, and he scooped it up on the offside. It really was a dolly.
Yes, a rush of blood. 2 glorious shots. First the pull shot and then the cut. He was after Danny Morrison, and Morrison kept the ball up. That was a position where he had him dropped at first slip. He went for the drive this time, hit it straight to cover. It's close to the stumps. It's there. He's driving on the up, not to the pitch, opened the face, straight to cover. A straightforward catch, but that's the wicket New Zealand needed. Australia now 3 for 103. 2 fours and a wicket off a very exciting over.
Oh, he's bowled him. No, he hasn't. Oh, I can't believe it. I'm worse than Morrison. From this angle, it looked as if it had gone straight through and hit the stumps.
A little bit of luck for the Australian captain there. It was beautiful delivery. Just got down on it, hit the pad over the top of the middle stump. It's well played. Just enough room. Going to be another 4. Chatfield gives up the chase. Beautifully placed.
And straight out of the Alan Border scrapbook, that one, a punishing shot. Very good square of the wicket. Seen 1 or 2 shots like that from Border today.
Sequest, he's got him, yes, that's the one they wanted. Umpire Crafter had a good look. The great Hadley moving the ball back in. The previous delivery moved back in for the off to leg, and he did it once again. The big shout was there. Border was off for the leg by, but what a wicket, what a time to get it, what a test match.
It's all happening here at the MCG, Bill, certainly. With Alan Border going, again Hadley gets the umpire's decision, LBW. That's because of bowling stump to stump. There's no doubt about that. Half forward, the Australian captain. He believes the run's on. But umpire Crafter signals out. Border, LBW to Hadley, 43. And the Kiwi quick edges closer to Botham's record. Australia 4 for 147. And is it the turning point in the match? Feel for a moment for Steve Waugh in his 16th Test match. Scored 55 in the first innings. But that's way in the past.
Hadley. Shot, great shot.
Well, what a fine shot you've come to expect. That sort of shot from Steve Waugh. Very elegant, effortless striker of the ball.
Whoops, there's 2 men there in catching position, a gully and a point, but he beats both of them. A good over for Australia. 9 runs off the over, 4 for 159.
It's gone. Chatfield's got him. A good ball. He cut back and lifted at Steve Waugh, and I think got him on the glove. Caught by Deepak Patel at short leg. And now this game has been alive all day, but I can tell you there is some tremendous pressure on out there.
This delivery from Chatfield hopping and perhaps just stopping a little bit, and Stephen Waugh not able to get over the top of that. Ball just lobbing quite gently in the end, almost off the splice into the hands of Deepak Patel.
He just leave top scored in the first innings. Very good 90. But this is going to be a stern test of temperament and nerves. There's a shout there of catch it, but it was a long way even from Ian Smith's good hand, let alone the one with the broken finger.
Beautiful shot. Nice reply.
Yes, that's a magnificent cover drive from Mike Valletta.
Uses his feet beautifully. Played very well in the first innings, Valletta, and he's doing it here again.
Yes, this is a great shot. He's decided that he's going to go down the wicket to him, and he wasn't quite there, so decided to hit it over the top of mid-off. And once again, lovely timing as he goes down to this one. Up it goes, way over the top of the fieldsman down there, and bounces a few times down into the fence. Crow looking up towards the scoreboard there, which will register that after this over there'll be 20 more to be bowled. This is over number 72.
Shouts of catch it, but you need a 25-foot tall man to catch it at first slip. That one really bounced.
Well, a little bit of banter there between those two. He certainly gets things happening, Richard Hadlee. This was a magnificent delivery, hitting the shoulder, I think, of the bat, and then flying away high over the top of first slip. Let's have a look at that go, way over the top, and there's no way they're going to stop that one. 5 wickets in hand, so they need to score it just over 2 and over. Look as if they've got it under control.
That's very, very close, yes. Peter Sleep really didn't even bother to hang around and have a look at the umpire. He knew the ball stayed down. It was right on line. So right to the very end, Hadlee is in there, banging away for New Zealand.
3 slips of gully and a short leg. Hook shot, it's up in the air, could be gone, he's gone! No. Well, Dyer's going for the throat. Look at Hadlee. Cop on a Hadlee. There appeared to be some glove there. Dyer saying it's chest. They all went up. The crowd roars.
Well, the umpire's the man in the hot seat. Hadlee disappointed. Dyer hurt.
Well, let's watch closely. Oh, dear. It's either hit the glove or the forearm and onto the chest. Umpire maybe ruling it didn't touch the glove. Hadlee's got no doubt whatsoever.
Well, that run rate starting to build up a bit now. The Australians are fair dinkum about winning it as against saving it. And now they get on with it a little bit because in 4 or 5 overs time, with a new ball available. Sure, runs may come at a rapid rate, but also a couple of wickets could happen.
Gone! He's gone! He caught behind! The great Hadlee gets the edge. And have we got a test match? What a beautiful piece of bowling. The little leg cutter, a bit of movement away. Dyer gone, caught behind for 4. And what a bowler.
What a bowler. The ability to come back late on the 5th day in a test match and turn the game around. He did it with Border after tea. The 55th over, a long way back. He was out for 43. Then LBW, he trapped Sleep. And a little edge there going straight to the wounded Smith. He took the catch to dismiss the keeper. Dyer is off for 4. And Australia now in a bit of trouble, a lot of trouble. 8 for 216.
Richard Hadlee can't be counted out at any stage of a test match. He was keen to try and wrap it up, and in the end he bowled one of the great spells, because after tea he bowled, I think, non-stop 13 or 14 overs on the trot in great heat.
You can never discount quality, and Richard Hadlee once again grabs the ball just when New Zealand need him to fire up. Does just that, gets a couple of wickets. All of a sudden we're the ones in serious strife, and basically getting down to our last couple of wickets. Plenty of overs left in the day. It's not looking good.
Oh, that's very, very close. Yes, too close for comfort if you're an Australian. And Tony Dodemaide is on the way. And just for a change, Richard Hadlee has taken 5 wickets in an innings. That's 32 times in Test cricket, and he's 13th against Australia.
What a great performance by Hadlee. And the Kiwi section of the crowd there really enjoying that. And it's pretty close. The other thing about that wicket. Tony Dotter made LBW to Richard Hadley. It takes him up level with Ian Botham's world record of 373 test wickets. So New Zealand only needing just the 1 wicket to win now. Australia still needing 20 runs, but the score at 9 for 227.
Everyone else in this Australian side bats pretty well, except Michael Whitney. Oh, and that's pretty close. It's worth a shout. Might have been a bit high. Oh, and he's gone right through him. Hit him on the pad. And umpire French says no. Danny Morrison couldn't believe it. He thought that that was the one.
We were denied, we thought wrongly, by Dick French, who gave Craig McDermott not out to a ball, hit him on the back leg in front of middle stump of Danny Morrison with about 2 or 3 overs to go. And so we felt at that point that we were up against 13 players and not 11.
They've survived 24 balls, this pair. Can they survive 30?
I gave no hope. Not one little bit of hope, because Hadley was bowling magnificently. And then when it got to the last over and McDermott was at the non-striker's end and Whitney had to see it through, I still didn't have any hope.
To go. 25 down, 5 to go. I don't think they'll get the 17 runs. That's closer.
Come on, Rick, he's saying to himself, only 4 to go. Hang in there.
Who said that draws aren't exciting? Some of them are extremely exciting.
Now, this one is not a draw yet. 3 to go.
That was right on line. That was a pretty good job from Michael Whitney to keep that one out. It was right in the block hole. It was right on line. 2 to go for Michael Whitney. Jeff Crow makes an adjustment to the field. 2 adjustments, in fact. Ewan Chatfield comes into leg gully. Wouldn't be well versed in the fielding of the leg gully position. And Danny Morrison comes in to silly mid off. Balls. Michael Whitney and Craig McDermott have survived as a partnership. Can they make it 30? 1 to come from Richard Hadley. He's talking to himself. You can bet your life that Michael Whitney's talking to himself. Good luck, Whit.
The lovely thing about that was that as soon as that last ball was bowled, magnificent Yorkers and good length deliveries and swing came from Hadley in that over. As soon as Whitney saw out the 6 balls, Hadley went straight down the pitch and shook him by the hand. Beautiful moment.
the end of a great test match. Witts went absolutely berserk, running around. I think there was big hugs and kisses out in the middle with him and Craig McDermott, his fast bowling buddies. They'd saved the day for us.
A fitting way, I guess, for the series to finish because it was a well and hard-fought series. But we were left sort of with a bad taste in our mouth, and the beer didn't taste as good this time.
Well, I reckon the beer would have tasted all right for Alan Border, the Australian captain. That was his first series win as a captain in his 8th attempt. A series win 1-0, having drawn the second and third test match. A beauty at the MCG, ends with Australia 17 runs short and New Zealand 1 wicket short.